to the Albert Bartlett, which is on the Friday, the potato race as it's famously known, and it's a very open race here. Corbett's Cross 7-2 favourite. Don't know if he's going to go or not. Embassy Gardens 11-2. 3 Bragg 7-1. Hidden Valley Lake, Sander Clegane 8s. Monty Star 9s. Favre de Champdou at 10s. Shanbally Kid 12, 14-1 bar. Callum, this is a very interesting Albert Bartlett, very, very open. Corbett's Cross is favourite. There's chat that he might not go. Where do you stand with this race? I know there's been a lot of kind of horses kind of doing the kind of similar things. Very open this year.
I think it's a fantastic renewal. This is one of the races I'm really looking forward to. It's anti-post wise, it's shaped up to be a really strong renewal all season, and it hasn't disappointed. If you follow exchanges, Corbett's Cross looks an unlikely runner here. He's about 10-11-1. You know, I mean, that's simply not kosher if he's 72 in the sports book. I don't think so. I think he's likely to miss this. Probably wait for something else. The two I like is 3 Bragg and Hidden Valley Lake, and ground's going to be very key here. Better ground's going to suit Hidden Valley Lake, and soft ground's going to really suit 3 Bragg. I wouldn't be bothered if it's good to soft with 3 Bragg either, because as Mark mentioned, that Absolute Notions form in the pocket, I think that's really, really solid form. There was a lot of hurdles missed out that day. It was completely unsuitable for 3 Bragg, but it's just his attitude all season. It's just tailor-made for a Bartlett. He just boxes on, goes on and on. Such a trier. I really find it difficult to see him outside the frame. And I think he's just destined to improve for 3 miles. I think Gordon Elliott's campaigned quite a lot of his horses really well. I mean, Novice Chasers looking at Jerry Colomb and Mighty Potter, but over the trip, I think they're primed to kind of improve for it rather than kind of just be more of the same. I think there's bundles that come from 3 Bragg. He'd be really short favourite for a Martin Pipe, if he decided to go that way. Obviously didn't. I'm on a Melly Dose 14-1 for any race, and I don't mind that at all for the Bartlett. Hidden Valley Lake, I thought was a bit luckless against Monty Star, had to make all, was a bit cumbersome, didn't look comfortable with the track, ground looked tacky, had to give £9. I think he'll come on more for that run than Monty Star is. I think Monty Star had to go out and prove his position in the market, while Hidden Valley Lake didn't, and I think it was seen a bit more of a prep. So I think the two De Bromheim horses are probably in kind of different trajectories in terms of preparation going into this, and I prefer Hidden Valley Lake on better terms here, not getting the £9. So those two in the field will do for me, but there is plenty of options in this race, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Craig, it has a very open renewal. Is there anything kind of leaping out to you?
The two against the field here for me would be Hidden Valley Lad. Wasn't really suited to the pace of the race last time behind Monty Star. That placed more of an emphasis on speed, and he's a horse that looks like he'll stay very well. I think he'll improve for the demands of an Albert Bartlett, and one at a bigger price. Let's be clear about it. I like his form. Limerick, when he was second 2 starts back, he went off far too hard on the front end, did all the donkey work, got run out of it in the closing stages. And he's won last time with Punchestown, puts him right in the mix here. So he'd be the first pick here for me. Let's be clear about it. And Hidden Valley Lad would be worth a saver.
Brilliant, Mark. Yeah, what's your thoughts on the Albert Bartlett?
I like Craig's horse. Let's be clear about it. Just because I follow Cromwell's form quite a bit, and he's 5 from 24 at the festival. So, he's got a great record, over 20% strike rate at festivals, pretty good. But the horse I don't know if anyone watches the videos or not, but the horse that I've been going on about this season is Shambali Kid of William Allen's. He's 20-1 at the moment. He won a bumper. He was bought by Gigginstown. He's the first Gigginstown horse to go back to Mullins. He came out over 2 miles. It was way too short, and he was never winning, and it looked like a really poor run. He came out 2 miles 4. He beat Monty Star quite easily, I thought. And I just think that he's made for 3 miles. And I think at 20-1, he's a big price. Now, I don't know if he's going here. I don't know what the plan is with the horse, but he's one that I've picked out. I've backed him at silly prices on the exchanges. He's down now to, sensible prices. you could only back him non-runner, no bet, because I don't know he's definitely going to run. But he's my pick in this. I'm going for an outsider because I don't like the form of it. I would back Corbett's Cross, but he doesn't look like he's running, because that win over 2 miles was sensational, really, because Founder 50 is a good horse, and to beat him over 2 miles was a really good performance, but it doesn't look like he's running. So I'll go with Shambali Kid. I really like him at 20-1, and if he goes, I think he'll be a lot shorter.
Yeah, you would have noticed a big smile when you both mentioned Let's Be Clear about it. I really think this horse has a big chance here. He's had a lot of experience. He's been hard to keep right, but if anybody can get a 3 mile hurdler right, it's Gavin Cromwell. Obviously, he's done it in the past with Florian Porter and Vanillier. And I think 20-1's big. He's been beaten by some really good horses. Hidden Valley Lake beat him. American Might beat him as well. There's another couple I can't remember, but again, he's just Sander Clegane, I think, beat him as well. But I just think he's really, really set and kind of made for this. I think the step up and trick will do him no harm. I think he's been lightly raced this year compared to he's had 4 runs kind of early in the season. I don't think he's been seen since early January, which I think's a real interesting here. And I'm kind of coming down to Shambali Kid now. He is getting very popular in the market. He's now down to 12-1 in the betting I've got here, which makes me think that I picked him at 20-1 as well. 12-1 is maybe a bit short, but again, 20-1, you're just, again, non-runner, no bet, because there isn't much in the way of the chat in the Mullins camp as if they're going here, but I can see him having a good chance. And I really like his run behind beating Monty Star, who's obviously come out in frank to form since. I think I would play those two at a price. Again, Seabank Bistro, I think could just be a natural stare. Now, he's not been anywhere close to what I thought it would be this season. But I think at 22-1, he might just be a race he might like. He might like it a bit softer, but I just think I would take on a few in the market. I can't have Embassy Gardens. I think he's probably he was favourite for a while. I thought he was the worst favourite of the week for a while, which I'm quite glad Corbett's Cross has went in front of him. But if Corbett's Cross doesn't run and Embassy Gardens go off favourite, then I'll be tapping away at being against Embassy Gardens. I think it's a shocking price of what he's done. And I think there's so many you could take on against him. But it's another very open race. And we'll go round the panel before we move on to Novice Chases. Callum?
3 Bragg and Hidden Valley Lake.
Craig?
Let's Be Clear about her each way.
Brilliant. Mark?
Shambali Kid each way, and Let's Be Clear about it each way, because another thing to bring up, Scott, just quickly, is that if you look at that up in the ante, Johnny Dineen seems to have a line into Cromwell's yard. And he's been going on about Let's Be Clear about it all season.
Yeah. Very, very telling. I think Let's Be Clear about it in Shambali Kid with a wee play in Seabank Bistro.